Hey chefs, how's it going? Welcome to Sweet Willy's Kitchen. Today we're going to do another item out of the Star Wars Cookbook, and today we're going to do another fan request. That's right, one of the fan requests, and we're going to do Obi Wan Kebobs. So sit tight, and we'll be right back. Hey folks, we're back, and we're just going to be starting the Obi Wan Kebobs from the Star Wars Cookbook. One of the things we want to do first is we're going to do kebabs, and we're going to do them on wood skewers. Wood skewers like these, maybe about 10 inches long or so. And one of the things what we're going to do is when you do anything on the grill, because we're going to be cooking them out on the grill, we're going to need to soak these in water so when we put them on the grill they're not too dry and they won't burn up. So we're going to take these and we're going to So I'm going to take these and let them sit in water for about 15 or 20 minutes. 30 minutes would be optimal, but we'll use that while we're doing our prep work. Okay, and part of the prep work will be to, we're going to be using chicken. We're going to be using the chicken tenderloins. Okay, they call for chicken breast, so we're going to use chicken tenderloins. We're going to be cutting those into pieces. I'm using a separate cutting board on that. It calls for 3 small potatoes. It calls for 3 ears of corn that I'd already cleaned off. We'll be cutting those into pieces, and 3 zucchini. That's a lot of zucchini, so I'm only going to use 2 zucchini for that, and I'm going to add some more potatoes. But we're going to start off by letting these soak. And when these get done soaking, we'll get that going. But I think what we'll do is we'll start with the cutting of the chicken. Okay. Remember with chicken, okay, always make sure we're washing our hands. Food safety. We're washing our hands before and after we handle the chicken. We're going to use the tenderloins. The chicken tenders they call them. Okay, that's the second portion of the breast. And that's what I guess they claim to call chicken cutlets. But I use these in my grilled chicken Caesar salads, so they're pretty good. So I've got 5 pieces in this package, so we'll cut those up. And then we'll put these in the tray, and we'll use those later on, okay? So we're just going to cut these down into manageable cubes, about the size, about 1 by 1. Cut these, manage these up. Remember, we're always using a relatively sharp knife, so you want to be careful. And the end piece will just appear because it's relatively small. So, like a 1 by 1 cube, you want to cut these pieces down. Typically when I cut on something, I hold it down, but I'm cooking like that way. That way, so when I'm cutting down, I'm not cutting into my fingers, I'm cutting down like so. I use a wide chef's knife. That way I could rest and go down. So that's a little safety tip that I have here. So we got the chicken that's cut into pieces like so. Put this on a piece of plastic so it doesn't touch anything. We're going to take this mat off and put this away. Wash our hands, 30 seconds. Okay, so here we're just going to cut this in half. These are the yellow honey potatoes. You could use new potatoes. I wouldn't use a russet potato. They take a little longer to cook than normally. And either the new or these are called honey gold. So they're like a Yukon gold. They're smaller. I like them. They have a nutty flavor when they're cooked. So all we're doing is just cutting these in half. And then the same goes for the corn. We're just going to cut this into pieces about 1 inch long. Well, a piece something like that. Okay. They're calling for 3 ears of corn. That is a lot of corn. Next we'll go with the zucchini. Same thing. Ooh, this is a little easier to deal with than the corn. The corn put up a little bit of a fight. So we're all taken care of with these. We probably have to wait another 10 more minutes before the skewers get nice nice and wet, and then we'll put that stuff together. Meanwhile, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the grill set. I'm going to put that on medium, so we're sitting around 350, 375 degrees. So we'll catch you in a few, all right? Okay, we're back. The oven's sitting there, sitting at medium, so what we're going to do is we're going to put these kebabs together, all right? And I hope everybody can see them very nicely. So what we've done is these have been sitting here for about 15-20 minutes, all right? You can feel they're a little heavier because they're soaked with water. So what we have to do here is we're going to put 1 round of corn on the skewer. You use the pointed end. Just be careful. Okay, you got to be careful here. The corn is going to give us the biggest problem. Is the biggest. There we go. The corn's going to give us the biggest. There we go. Corn's going to give us the biggest challenge. So put a piece of corn, and then we'll use a potato half. We'll do a potato half. Don't be afraid to tap on it there. That's why we have cutting boards, so we can do that here. So we got that. And then we will use a chicken cube. So we use a cube of chicken. All right. Use a chicken cube. And then a slice of a zucchini. So that will be the order that we're going to go. So we're going to go corn, potato, chicken, and zucchini. So it looks like we're going to do this twice on each skewer here. All right, so we'll tap this down. This seems to be the method. The safest method here. I don't know, maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. We'll get back to that. The corn's been giving us a little bit of trouble, so what I think we're going to suggest we do is we take a knife and we go down. Alright? And what that'll do is put a little slit in the corn, and that will allow us to put, there we go. There we go. Now we're good. Corn. Potato. Chicken. And another piece of zucchini. So that's going to be our kebab. That's what the kebab's going to look like. So I'm going to assemble those. When I get them all put together, I'll show you what to do next, okay? Okay, we're back. We've put the kebabs all together. Like I said, the corn was the one that gave us the biggest problems, but here we are. They look pretty good. So what we're going to do is we're going to sprinkle a little olive oil on these guys here. Just a little olive oil here to get them ready for the grill. The grill is doing its thing, so we'll spin these around to let some of that olive oil coat everything. And then what we're going to do, a little more on these guys here. Okay, just like anything, brush a little olive oil on everything to makes everything feel good. And we're going to do a little salt. We'll probably put some more salt and pepper on them once we lay them out on the grill. Alright, so again, use your own judgment what you like on your grills. On your grill things here, a little pepper. We'll probably do a little on when we lay these on the grill. So here we go. So they're ready. We're going to get these things out to the grill. So we'll be back. I'm going to move the camera over to the grill and we'll show you how it's done. All right? Okay, the grill is roughly at 400. So I think what we'll do is we'll put these things on and we'll see how everything goes. All right, I'm going to lift the lid up. All right, so we've got that. I'm going to go for 5 minutes aside, okay? Now, and we're at 5 minutes, and we're going to see that in about 5 minutes, and then we're going to flip them over. Oh, look at that. They look good. They're good. There are no flare-ups. That's a good thing. We don't have any raging inferno, so we're gonna flip them over. Those look good. Yeah, you see the chicken is starting to turn a little on the chicken's starting to turn a little white. That's a good sign. Okay, it's time. So we're gonna wait another 5 minutes. We'll wash, rinse, and repeat. So this is what's gonna happen. All right, we're gonna set that back to 5 minutes, and we're gonna do that. So we're gonna be flipping these things once every 5 minutes. So for a total of 30 minutes. So we're gonna turn it once at 5, once at 10, once at 15, once at 20, once at 25, and we'll take them off at 30. So we're going to be flipping these 5 times. Okay guys, 30 minutes have passed, and we have got ourselves some really good looking stuff there. We want to make sure the chicken is done, and everything looks nice and brown. Look at that there, right? That chicken looks brown and cooked and looks good there. Little char on the corn, but overall I'd say this looks pretty good. So here it is. What we did was we put a pat of butter on that, so the butter and the potatoes have a nice little pat of butter on them to get them nice and happy. I don't like to use that, but it's a good way. Butter makes everything taste good. So we'll loosen that up, but everything looks really nice, and I think I got an idea where we're gonna put this. Who's gonna get the first taste of the Obi Wan Kebobs? I could only think of one person who would like to try the Obi Wan Kebobs for the first time.
Oh. Hey.
Who are we gonna do this? Who is this? None other than Mommy from the Mommy and Gracie Show.
Am I getting...
You're getting the first Obi Wan Kebobs.
Obi Wan Kebobs. Now that's some pretty cool stuff right there. Wow. Thank you for the napkin, Daddy. These look delish. Ooh, my corn just popped. Did you hear it? It made a little pop noise. Ooh, hot. Hot stuff. Ooh, the zucchini's good.
Yep.
Very good. It's just really, really hot. Ooh, hot. Yummy.
Try the piece of chicken and see how the...
Okay. 1 second. Oh, that came out really good. Good flavor. I mean, it's cooked all the way through.
Cool. And it's cooked. So it took 30 minutes. So that cooks it through. So we have confirmed the time.
Obi Wan Kebobs.
Obi Wan Kebobs.
Force Friday. Very cool.
Force Friday, Obi Wan Kebobs, and for dessert later on today, we're going to make...
What are we making? Darth Vader chocolate cake?
No, we're making Wookiee cookies.
Oh, Wookiee cookies!
And,
yay!
And we're going to dedicate it to a very special person who uses Wookiee.
Oh.
Their name.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Good thinking, Daddy.
There you go.
Good delish.
All right. We're back to the kitchen.
Okay, get back to the kitchen, Daddy.
So it looks like the Obi Wan Kebobs were a good success, or they were a hit. Mommy liked them, so they must be good. And yeah, I'd agree. So for those of you who have subscribed, thank you very much for subscribing. Those of you who haven't, please do. You'll be first to know about all the new things that we're cooking up here at Sweet Willy's Kitchen. But for now, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.